Well, welcome back to Newbie Farm. I worked fairly late last night and then decided I better get to bed. Well, we're back here now. And we're about to finish clearing this, and then we're going to have a look at the canola. But first I'm going to have a quick look and check the animals are okay. Yeah, I think I saw them. Yeah, green all the way through, there's no problem there. It's only late summer, so we're well ahead of what we wanted. And we're going to take this load down to the store, the hay barn. I want to try and get as much straw in as I can, for obvious reasons. It's going to have, what we get here has got to last us now through to, well, next summer, late summer again. I'm going to plant or sow near enough straight away in the autumn. I'm going to prepare the fields during the summer. I'm going to do most of this myself rather than Jack's. Nothing against Jack, it's just that it's quite good fun just doing some of this on your own sometimes. We will have another load of grass to take off, and I think we will have our first load of grass off here. If I don't keep running over it, of course. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and didn't overdo it on the New Year. I'm actually recording this New Year's Day. Getting myself ahead as I like to, just because you can never tell when something's going to go wrong. We had our fair share of that this year. Myself and Mrs. Whoa. I don't mind that to do that. That'll get in there. Just put the brake on. Not exactly very realistic, but I think it's hard enough trying to do this on 24-day seasons. This, of course, is Newbie Farm by Cavalier Roy. Excellent map. Really is. It's hard work to find places. Roy has hidden a lot of the stuff well out of the way, just to make it a little bit more difficult. And if you play this map, play it on hard. It's what it's designed for. It's designed to be a hard farm. A lot is called Newbie Farm. When I first saw Newbie Farm, it was, I think, on, I can't remember if it's 13 or 15. It might well have been 15. What Paul the Prophet was going on about. So I thought I'll give it a look. Newbie Farm's got to be easy, hasn't it? You know, a name like Newbie Farm. Yes, how wrong can you be? I soon found out how wrong I was. Luckily I'm not using more realistic on this map, mainly because I'm not skilled enough to try and get all the Massey pack made into more realistic, and no one else has yet managed to do it or has done it, so I'm just going to really slow it down. I'm just using the, that's it. I must pick up some of this here. Oh, let me. Right, we are picking some up. Oh, we are up to. Let's see if it will take range 3. It should do. Although, because we are sort of set to a speed with this particular implement, which is as well. Although I'm not using more realistic, I think I have got the fill mass adjustment mod in here. If I don't use more realistic, I normally have that in just to make it a little bit more interesting, especially when you're going to place out the place fully loaded. Selling the stuff will be winter. At the moment the money we've got coming in is coming early from the toes. I like to play like that, just to make it more interesting for myself. Of the others, I think Farmer Klein has done a year on his. Duxall is well through his, and Jerry Grizzly Bear Sims has just restarted. He's a bit behind the rest of us. Well, he had that holiday then, his internet went down, and then there's the patch which meant that the gates on his farm, as you one of Stevie's, wouldn't work because some of the code had been changed with the patch. Stevie's updated, but that did mean a restart. But luckily, Duxall, I think, put him right on how to do it, how to sort the gates out. I never had a problem with the gates because I think every map I'm using is using Giant's own code. I haven't got any of the fancier coding. There's something to be said about using very standard stuff. No, just checking this. I've put up to 15 times. What I tend to do when I log off, or before I log off, just have a look round. I tend to go down to 1 time. It might be cheating a bit, but for when I'm doing work, it's at 15 times, as long as I don't forget. Right. Hello, like the sound, feeling bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Well, not feeling too bad. The wife is down with a bad cold at the moment, and I'm fearful that I'll be next with it. But if so, I have a few videos in the can at the moment. I have over a week's supply, so worst come to worst, I can actually give it a rest for a week. But I don't know if you want to hear me sneezing, coughing and wheezing even worse than normal. And yes, I know I wheeze. You can hear my breath quite distinctly on the soundtrack. That is, kids, if you're listening, that is over 50 years smoking cigarettes, which I'm glad to say I gave up now. About 5 years I've given up now. I wish I'd have gave up earlier. It does catch you out in the end, I'm afraid. Cigarettes are not good news. I'm not going to preach about it. But I do use a vape now. I'm talking about that. Where is my vape? Put it down somewhere, I can't find it. It's on my desk here somewhere. Just going to stop driving for 1 moment so I can find it. Come out, wherever you are. That's got it. I found it. That's it. I'm happy again now. I need to have something in me gob now and again. Gob, slang for mouth, by the way, for those of you that English isn't your first language, and certainly not slang English. Yeah, I don't think I need to go any quicker on this. By rights, I really should go right down to the end and come in behind there rather than keep running over the grass. I'm going to need to cut that. And I ain't going to be able to get much of a cut off that if I'm keep driving over and I have to see what exactly I want. Silage will still be baled. If we get the money together, I will, but I'm going to cheat some more. Well, it's really cheating, it's improving the farm, and a tar in amongst this lot here. I think I have mentioned on others, I'm playing Newbie Farm for 19. Oh, I was talking about Newbie Farm too. I'll get back to that in a moment. Playing 19 for 19, which will be for 19. Hey, Cavaliero's getting himself well ahead, and I have to say, it's lovely. Now, there will be changes because let's face it, that we know that there's improvements with every version of the farming sim. May not be big improvements, but there's improvements with every one, so there will be changes before it goes out. But I like the way that no fields, except for the ones you start with, are actually played. The rest have got grass on. All the ones you have to buy have got grass on, so you have to work a bit. And there's extra storage up where the pigs are on this one. They're no longer there, they're back down out of the way. I think it's where, is it field 20, the metal 20, which we start up on, and which I got rid of. Well, that's pigs down there now, but where the pigs were, there's a lovely big area for placeables and 2 large sheds, so you can put a lot of extra equipment up there, store bales up there. Because how I'm doing it, up at the top end there, I've got silage tar, fermenting tar, a hay barn, sounds I've got here, and what's the other thing? Oh yes, a feed mixer all up there. And it means running vegetables, and as my first winter there, I managed to get out the 6 days I went on planet 6 days only, 6-day season only. Out of those 6 days, 4 had snow, 1 had rain which turned to snow later in the day, and the last one was just overcast. So we had a rather trying winter, which actually meant I could not move a thing after a while. Just switch this on ready. And lower the pickup as we get into the field. There we go. And we pick up some more. We get all this picked up. I'm not going to bother with the bits and pieces. Hopefully we'll have about over 100,000 litres. I think we can get 250,000 litres in, because that's hay barn is the Giant's own stuff, and it integrates into your main menu nicely, and you have as much storage there as is given for your other crops. And I think it's 250,000 on here. Turn around, and I think we're coming from the other way, because I'm not going to get where that is. The tree's going to be in the way. I might have fun with that one. We'd pick up some of these bits. That centre one ain't going to be a lot. I could of course raked all this again, but I think it's easy enough. I'm not a great fan of baling, and the more I sort of at 15 times normal speed, I wish they'd curve that. Every time you get a notification come up. Oh, well, hold on, I'm just going to check something. It's a little idea. It isn't in here, is it? Tabbing in the field was on. No, it's nothing. I was hoping there was something here, but there isn't. Oh well. If someone could stop it doing that, I'd be delighted. Luckily, if you've got someone on AI, it doesn't. But when you're doing it by hand, it's so annoying. Especially if you're like me and you're not always fully alert. Oh, the old joke, as the old joke goes, be alert, Britain needs alerts. Oh, I can get to that one from this side, can't I? Yeah, but, oh, it's because I want to run out wide and that tree was going to be in the way. Oh well, rambling again. Well, I think we've just about done this, so we will take this back, pick up the trailer again, and then we'll get down and harvest the next field. I think that's the last one for a while, then by the autumn the soil should be ready. But once we get that one harvested, I'm going to start preparing these fields. Shouldn't want ploughing. It depends on how much muck we've got, of course. Oh, that's handy. If we've got enough muck, I will plough them just to get the double fertiliser layering. Means I only got to run over them once. It's just that canola field to do. There'll be plenty of time to do that. Let's put it into the top range. I'm not using this fully manual. I'm too lazy for that. But I see that Disco's using this pack at the moment. He's got his non-realistic series, got his arcade series he's calling it. Where he's just doing whatever he feels like. Which that's what I do anyway. I just think, oh, don't worry about getting anything too wide coming past there, do I? I wonder if we can get to it if we just drive across here. Yes, we can. Just gonna see how much we got in there. Oh, we do want to put some hay and all grass into the cattle. 84%. Look, oh, wrong one. Sorry, it's this. Oh yeah, we've got over 100,000 now. Oh, that's good. Oh, and the other thing was the new Newbie. And I'll get back to the Newbie farms. And I've got problems. I've got Alice turned up. Things could go badly awry in a few minutes. Alice is one of our cats, by the way. Oh, hello. She's going. Yes, the new Newbie. All the hedges are collidable now. None of the doing this with them. Yes, I was going back to 15. I thought, oh, it's got to be an easy farm. I heard Bipolar Prophet talking about it. I decided to have a look, download a copy. Oh, Newbie farm, got to be easy. Then I saw the equipment. It's not going to be that easy, boy. And it wasn't. The equipment you start with, you could only just manage, your tractors would only just manage the gear you were given. It was tough. I enjoyed it though. This isn't as tough, and that's autosave kicking in. That stutter. In fact, we've got a nice steady 60 frames per second, which is nice. Alright, let's bring them in. Yeah, see, you remember the little New Holland front loader? T4, I think it was. Well, that's one of your tractors, and that was your sole front load, and that thing could carry no weight at all. Oh, there's the fun and games I had with that. And because if I remember right, you had no front bracket on it, so you couldn't, if you were pulling something like the plough, which I wouldn't actually manage anyway, you couldn't pull anything because the front wheels would come off the ground. So yeah, it was a case of getting the work done very quickly. Right, that'll do. I think we'll call it there. Or do we want any straw in the animals? No, not really. Just high and grass. We better get that sorted out. Power foods can wait for another day. I'm trying to remember some of the other equipment you got with it, but it was so well balanced. It caused me no end of headaches at first, until you could get one decent tractor, one decent front loader. That T4, I disliked that intensely. Although someone brought a lovely pack of New Holland tractors, a big pack, and I had that, and it had several versions of T4 on it. That was a lot better. It's still as weak, but you could actually get them with 3 points on the front, so you could shove weights on. Right, that's this little bit done. I'm going to start. I think what we do is just make a start on the canola today. I just fill the combine up once. Then when we come back for the next episode, I'll try and remember to carry on with this day, and we will. Well, we will. We will do the animals, then get on with the canola. So that'd be like the afternoon. I've got back to using 2 episodes a day for a day. And go away, Alice. She's back, by the way. Yeah, I know. You are a lovely girl. Yes, you are. No, clear off. She wants to come on my lap, but as I'm using the wheel, there's not a lot of room, and she will keep rubbing against the microphone stand. I'll just park this in here for now. Walk across to the. Well, this works well. This pickup. The problems I had last time, I'm not certain what it was. I don't think the game had loaded in quite correctly. There's been no problem at all today. I better bring the arm in, because let's get in the cab and see if we can drive this thing in cab. I think the next 8 is quite a small field, so it's not going to take a lot. Dirt and without rubbing against the microphone. Oh, she's gone in the huff now. She's gone back in the window. But that cat is a bully. She bullies the youngest one no end. This as well, on this version of this, at the edge of the are not collidable. Let's just reverse. I think I'm going to have to go a lap round the wrong way. There we go, let's get this thing started. Shove it onto cruise control. Cruise should be higher than that, that's better. I won't get this done before the rain comes. Then we can plough and spread muck and cultivate and all that in the wet. That's going to make no difference at all to us. But because we can't harvest, and we've got today and tomorrow is going to be really nice, and she's back again. She's desperate to get on my lap. Come on then. If my driving gets worse than normal, it's because Alice is here and there's not a lot of room for her, and she's decided there's no room. She's going to get off until she can force me to stop playing, which is a normal way of doing things. Well, I think that it's now 12 o'clock. We will just run this round a bit more, because I don't need a thumbnail for this, because I always make a thumbnail, then remember I don't use them on this particular series. I use just one specific to the whole series. One thing I want to just check on. That's alright. Because this one, if the crop will leave straw, this combine will leave straw. It won't chop. This is the one from the South American pack, the Platinum pack. And I like this combine. It fits this map beautifully. I do one lap going this way, and then I've got gonna have to go. So I've got the spout on the outside. And I've got a very distraught and unhappy looking cat next to me. One day I shall do a video when I've got some spare time, and I just want to fill a bit of a cat. I will. That's it. Get it into reverse. No, I don't want to go back too far. I think there's a tree behind us. That'll do. I will do a video about all the different animals that I had, and will you stop knocking that? I've had a number through the years. Mainly cats. I happen to like cats, but I know not everybody does. I can understand it. Alright, now we want to turn this thing round. There is a mirror there, but there's not a lot of good. That's better. We should better do it from there. I want to do at least one more headland. Do one more headland and I should be able to turn around, no, probably two more, and without going into the hedge too much. I probably shouldn't have tried to swing around there. I should have done it properly, forward and reverse and forward again. But, right, now in-game time is coming up to 1 o'clock. Recording time is coming up to 30 minutes. I think with that we'll just finish this off at the end here. You know, no, we won't get it all in now. So I think the way it's going, we're going to get most of this field in this tank. I'm going to start the wind down, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and sort of stumbled on this channel because Stu has threatened you with singing at you if you don't watch, please feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you aboard. I'm not in the numbers game, but it just makes me feel good every time I see a new subscriber. It makes me feel terrible when someone leaves, which they will. But that's just me. Right, yes. Oh, we might as well fill this tank up. We're 85% now. Yeah, we'll keep going until we fill it up. Any comments, questions, queries, solutions, or just general chat about farming, and especially farming in the past, I'm very interested. Please put them in the comments section under this video. I'd love to read the stuff. I try and reply to everyone, and I know one or two people have been sending me lovely stories of the past, or their fathers or grandfathers had and did. I think we're going to end about here. Oh, talk about jammies. Let's back it up a little bit. I don't think we damaged that too much. We just switch everything off, put the brake on, get out and have a look. I'll walk over to the tractor because I have the mod where it says where you actually are in game when you come back in. You're in the same place, not on board equipment, but standing next to it, which is rather nice. Alright, so with that, it's been saying cheerio for now. Cheerio. And take care for 2018.